Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into Predator, Badlands, the bold, breathtaking, and bizarre new entry in the Predator franchise, directed by Dan Trachtenberg, the man who revitalized the series with Prey. Now, this movie is unlike anything we've ever seen from the Predator universe. It's weird, it's emotional, it's violent, and somehow it's beautiful. For the first time ever, the Predator, or more accurately, a Yautja, is the hero of the story. And trust me, this one's not just about hunting, it's about identity, empathy, and what it really means to be strong. So grab your plasma caster, strap in, and let's hunt through the story of Predator Badlands 2025 from beginning to end. We open, not on Earth, but on the homeworld of the Yautja, a brutal, fire-scorched planet where strength is worshipped, weakness is punished, and compassion is practically a crime. Our main character is Dek, played through motion capture by Dimitrius Schuster-Koloamatangi. He's smaller than the others, considered a runt, a disgrace to his clan. His father, the clan's leader, sees him as an embarrassment. Yautja society is obsessed with dominance. The strong survive, the weak are discarded, sometimes literally. So when Dek fails his first training hunt, he's cast out, banished. But Dek isn't ready to die. He vows to prove his worth in the deadliest way possible, by hunting the one creature no Yautja has ever defeated, the Kalisk, a monstrous, almost mythic beast said to live on a distant, savage planet called Jenna. So begins Dek's journey, not of conquest, but of survival, identity, and self-discovery. Dek crash lands on Jenna, and instantly regrets it. Jenna is alive. The ground pulses, the plants hiss, the rivers bubble with acid, even the grass tries to strangle you. Every frame of the sequence is jaw-dropping, a mix of practical effects, digital artistry, and Trachtenberg's signature realism. But Jenna isn't empty. Among the wreckage of an old Weyland-Yutani expedition, Dek finds something unexpected. Half buried under twisted metal and alien vines lies Thia, a synthetic humanoid played by Elle Fanning. She's alive, sort of. Her legs are gone, torn off in a previous battle with the Kalisk. When Dek first approaches her, it's pure distrust. Predators don't help, they hunt. But Thia, curious, witty, and frustratingly optimistic, offers him a deal. She'll guide him to the Kalisk if he helps her retrieve her legs from its lair. And so begins the strangest alliance in Predator history. A stoic alien warrior carrying a chatty, legless android on his back. The production codename was literally Backpack, and it fits perfectly. At first, Dek treats Thia like a tool, just a piece of equipment. After all, Yautja aren't allowed to form alliances. But as the days pass, the pair face one horrific trial after another. Acid-spitting eels, carnivorous trees, and storms that can melt armor. And something starts to shift. Through Thia's humor and empathy, Dek begins to feel. He starts asking questions. Why does he need to prove himself through killing? Why is compassion seen as weakness? Meanwhile, Thia reveals her own secret. She wasn't just a survey robot. She was part of a Weyland-Yutani mission to capture the Kalisk, and she's been left behind by her superior, another synthetic named Tessa, also played by Elle Fanning, who now leads the company's soldiers on Jenna. Tessa and Weyland-Yutani want to weaponize the Kalisk. Dek wants to kill it for honor, and Thia just wants to live. Their goals collide, setting up an emotionally charged three-way conflict of ideology, purpose, and survival. Eventually, Dek and Thia reach the Kalisk's territory, and this thing is terrifying. Imagine a cross between a xenomorph, a bear, and a tank. It's massive, armored, and seemingly unkillable. Dek prepares for battle, forging weapons from the planet's deadly fauna. He even tames a snake-like creature named Squirt, which he turns into a living cannon that spits 2 reactive chemicals. Think alien napalm. As they infiltrate the Kalisk's nest, Weyland-Yutani troops arrive, led by Tessa. And here the film explodes into a full-scale war, predator versus humans versus monster. The sequence is stunning. Brutal close combat, acid explosions, and emotional tension as Dek and Thia fight side by side. At the height of the battle, Thia sacrifices herself to save Dek, fusing her energy core into his armor to power a final blast. Dek, fueled by grief and rage, delivers the killing blow to the Kalisk, impaling it with its own claws. When the dust settles, Dek stands victorious, but broken. The Yautja fleet arrives, expecting to celebrate his triumph, but Dek refuses their praise. Instead, he carries Thia's remains and the severed head of the Kalisk back to his father. In a powerful, wordless scene, he drops both at his feet, one trophy of strength, one of compassion. His father, ashamed and shaken, kneels before him. Dek doesn't respond. He simply turns and walks away. The camera lingers as Dek looks to the stars, silent, conflicted, and forever changed. He's no longer the runt. He's something entirely new. The final shot mirrors the first, a lone figure beneath a burning sky. But this time, he's walking toward the light. Fade to black. At its core, Predator Badlands isn't about killing. It's about evolution. Emotional, moral, and spiritual. Dan Trachtenberg uses the Predator mythos not as a monster movie, but as a mirror. He asks, what happens when a creature built for violence learns empathy? Can strength exist without cruelty? Like Prey before it, Badlands dismantles toxic masculinity, showing that survival isn't just about dominance, but connection. Elle Fanning's dual performance as Thia and Tessa adds a brilliant layer of contrast: compassion versus control, free will versus programming. And Dimitrius Schuster-Koloamatangi's motion-captured performance gives Dek something no Predators ever had before: a soul. Shot entirely in New Zealand's rugged wilderness, Predator Badlands is a technical marvel. The creature designs by Alec Gillis, the same artist who helped create the original Predator in 1987, are breathtaking. Nagila Dixon's costume work and Susie Glass's makeup artistry give every character a gritty, tactile realism. Even the score, by Mark Corvin, The Lighthouse, pulses with primal energy, mixing tribal percussion with haunting alien chants. Originally, Trachtenberg wanted the film to be completely nonverbal, a silent story told through movement. But as the script evolved, the dialogue between Dek and Thia became the film's beating heart. Trachtenberg even described it as Chewbacca and C-3PO the movie if they were hunting a god. And that's the magic of Predator Badlands. It's still brutal, still thrilling, still full of gore and guns and alien mayhem, but underneath it all, it's strangely human. In a franchise about hunters, Badlands dares to ask, what if the real victory isn't killing your prey, but understanding it? So, what did you think of Predator Badlands? Was it a bold reinvention of the franchise? Or a step too far from its roots? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more movie breakdowns, and ring that bell so you never miss a hunt. Until next time, stay sharp, stay silent, and remember, in the Badlands, everything's hunting something.